Hey fellow comrades, how you guys been doing? It's your boy Xenon here, and I've just recently, just a moment ago, I watched a horror movie called Jezebel, and I enjoyed it. It was a good movie, but then I gotten back watching basically reading the comments you guys left on my basically this is how you look at YouTube, this is me video, and still getting back to all the comments because there are some gigantic comments, and I definitely want to like read them, put my time into them, and put, you know, that real feedback into it. But I read this comment and it goes like this. Basically at the end he put some of his ideas out there, some things I would like to see in form of videos from you. Talk about, you know, I would like to see videos like Xenon talks about. You could talk about whatever, games, animes, whatever you want, since you seem to enjoy talking with your viewers, and you got a good point. Now I know what you guys thinking right now, but you never really talked too much with your viewers. You were basically just battling them. I was really strict. I was like Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. But I really want to make this channel a little bit more open. I want to like open myself a bit to you guys, so you guys seem to, you know, to know me a little bit better on the personal level, and just generally know my taste, and you know, to make this environment much more nature free, not being, you know, really closed down and just generally boom, here's a bell, here we go. No, I want to make it open, and if there's like that few people that really want to hear me out, then I will make this video for those few people, you know, to make their experience on this channel a little bit more. So yes, you know, a little bit more than just a relaxation after a hard working day and getting some stress out and whatnot. So yes, anyways, let's talk about anime. There were some incredible animes I watched in the past, but there are two particular ones that will always come down to be my favorite anime of all time. Now I'm gonna start by saying that I don't really watch anime as much as I used to. I started watching anime after I got my internet, about 2 years after I was really going into them. Back then I didn't use YouTube, I didn't use anything like that, but there were sites, there were ways, there were sources you can get anime, to watch anime, and you know, to fuel up your joy of watching anime. Back then I was an anime-aholic. Let me put it this way: Naruto, I watch all of them episodes. Fillers, fuck fillers, I don't like fillers. Movies, I watch all of the movies. Shippuden, definitely, I'm like at their latest episode right now. It's really getting interesting, but at the same time Naruto is, it's really interesting because, don't get me wrong, I love Naruto, but I seem to understand that the simple formula of here is a hero, here is a villain, villain is strong, a hero is super strong, he's got superpowers, he's a devil, like he's got a demon fox, and villain became stronger, and then somehow the main protagonist became even stronger because of all his feels towards those people, and people are just bringing, you know, the power of friendship and stuff like that. It's a typical formula, but it seems to keep on working with all kinds of animes nowadays. Like every huge anime seems to have this justice build. Like the main protagonist had this high justice when he knows he needs to save this person, became super devil, like super strength. The Japanese know what they're doing. They want to make their main protagonist super cool, and I give him props for that. I want my main protagonist to be super cool too, like on the scale of his villain, if not even worse. That's always cool, but it's like an overkill at some point, and you feel like this villain was a piece of cake, man. You're going Super Saiyan right now, and everything is a cakewalk after that. It's really like, I like it, but at the same time it's like, but this was no good, you know. I like want to have like a fair match, not fucking obliterate. Like you watch Blanche, how he was going against Aizen. Let's be serious here. That was like Aizen was a baby and he was like a grown-ass man playing football, just, you know, yeah, using that leg and kicking that baby. It wasn't nice. Aizen was the baby and he was the giant leg. The thing I do like about Japanese is they're sometimes really unpredictable. There can be very memorable characters and they just die without even seeing it, and I love that unpredictableness that they tend to offer. For example, in Death Note, if you haven't watched Death Note, I'm gonna put it this way. If I put it like this, a finger up, means that I'm spoiling something. So as long as I have it here, please don't hear me, mute me. So basically, it starts now. L died in like episode 36 or something, somewhere around that, and that really demotivated me in watching. Is demotivating the right word to say it? Like motivating, the total opposite, demotivating? I haven't been motivated in continuing watching. While I do need to say that while I did watch, the way they tricked him and win against him, and how he was going through lots of pain, like how many times did he get stabbed or something, or shot? I can't seem to remember, but I know there was lots of blood. All I know is that it was worth it. Like the main, the main person, villain, protagonist, I can't seem to say what he really was. I guess he was the villain, but at the same time he was the first one we got introduced to, and we should like grow care for this guy. But I seem to grow more care about L, which was really just, a totally, like, he was like a hero at some point, but at the same time, he died a horrible death. Not as horrible as the so-called villain, but it was an interesting twist into looking this at somebody trying to clear this world out of filth, out of people that have done something horrible in life, and basically like rape and kill, some really horrible people. And he was really just writing their names, and they got heart attack, and I don't even know. I believe it was basically the main way of them dying was from a heart attack, as long as he write the right name and nickname, full name into the death note. But why am I even still having this up? But it was an interesting take, and I love that anime. I loved half of it. Then I didn't like it too much, but the ending was more than worth the patience in watching and continuing watching. And if you guys have stopped, watch it for the ending, or at least watch the last 2 episodes. You will love it. Death Note was an incredible anime. Now I do need to say that when it comes down to anime, I watch One Piece, all the episodes. One Piece is an incredible watch. You gotta watch this one. Now I know lots of people get off because of basically the drawings. I mean, they just don't like the style that the One Piece tend to represent, and I can see that being a thing. But I can seem to care about the looks. I really don't seem to care about the looks of the anime setting. If anything, I seem to care more about the characters, the story, the setting, and that thing has it all. That thing is a unique gem. Pirate Age, Gold Roger, basically going and gain this One Piece, whatever this One Piece is. All the pirates going against it, and just generally Marines doing it out. It's an incredible anime. It's got characters so deep, and each with their own story, their own drive, their own goals to achieve. It's something that kind of connects us. Like, we all have our own goals, and they're all memorable characters because of it. Because they have their own personality, they have their own spin on things, their own thoughts, their own basically opinions on things. And Sanji, man, Sanji is a straight up comedian. I love Sanji. Sanji is awesome. Sanji is awesome. As Ace was awesome, but Ace sadly died. But Ace was Ace, man. But Sanji will kick ass with that Diablo leg. I love that anime a lot. I watch all the episodes. I watch all the movies. It became really gory. Not gory. Well, basically, the thing about anime is that parents seem to not understand. But when I used to watch anime on television, like Zenki, for example, it was really gory, and my mother was like, "Wow, this is some mature level," and I agreed. And then my mother started to realize, okay, so anime, these Japanese cartoons, are much more opened. They aren't really like censor gore, basically like extremely open. They're much more mature, and it goes for all ages. Most of the anime I tend to watch aren't animes that you would have give to a 10-year-old boy or a girl, to watch. But then again, when it comes down to my favorite anime, which I want to talk about, there's so much stuff regarding anime. I don't want to make this video too long. I want to make this video at least 20 minutes. So I'm going to talk about my favorite anime. My favorite anime, and just in case, just so you guys, uninhibited Planet Survive. This is my favorite anime up to this very day. I watched this anime about 2 years ago, and I can swear they have a Brock in there. Yes, Brock from Pokemon, it's in there acting, and that anime was something else. Now I gotta say, I love myself action anime. I really do appreciate anime that got turnies, that got, you know, this jerks, this giant dicks basically going against you, being like, oh, you're so weak, and they got kicked out of the tourney by the main protagonist. Always love that. But the uninhabited Planet Survive is something else. It's basically about a group of children, basically that got stuck on basically an island, and they had to survive the wild. So in a way, it's like TV series Lost. It's just that they aren't lost in this, like in this island that seems to not be located on the world, like not being part of the world or something. I watched Lost. I'm absolutely lost watching Lost, but still, they have to survive using their knowledge, using their practice, and it's really interesting to see all these characters that were once really like weak and super how do you say, like not a person that you can really count on, grow to become very dependent and a person you can really count on, and just generally mature in this high dangerous environments that were thrown in, you know, gaining that respect towards each other and looking at things from different ways. Even the weakest people became the strongest links in that anime. You know, even the youngest became stronger than most adults would have been in that setting. But that's because how they were forced to mature, forced to think beyond that what normal life would have given them. If this, you know, normal life, what I mean that is, you know, if this event would have not happened to them, which of course no parents of theirs want them to go through this, but it happened to them and they had to go through it. But it was interesting. There were some dangerous moments. There were basically the setting was like One Piece. It basically has this and this and this. Every character has its own flavor. Every character is like, they have a genius, you know, a computer guy that knows everything about technology. Then they have a person that's really good at practice, like fishing, and they have like a real young girl that's really shy and really, you know, close to herself, and then she becomes really dependent and really strong. And and then the main protagonist is like a little bit of everything. But it's really interesting to see how these characters get together in, I believe there was like 51 episodes, and at some point, I swear, like, I'm sorry, but that's who I am. I seem to have this weird, like, if you guys don't know, when I was younger, you can call me a chick at this point, I give a shit, but I watch sopas. If you don't know what that is, like Spanish sopas, Mexican sopas, TV series, basically regarding romance a lot, and there was lots of episodes of it. There was lots of villains, lots of hypocrisy, and I really hate that, but I want those people that were really hypocrites and evil in those TV series to get what they deserve, and they did get what they deserve. But you know, it's something that stayed with me, and I don't like romance in movies. I really don't. I don't like watching, like, you know, even comedies. I just don't like 1 hour. I would rather like watch horror or action, maybe a little bit of romance, a little bit, but not that much. And in this one, let me just put it this way: there was really basically little to no romance in here, but there was some spark that you could see, and there were some characters that you can definitely, you know, like basically feel them presence towards other characters and understand them just by their general reaction. They really make this character really stand out with this. They didn't have to say anything to understand them, how this person feels towards this character and how this character feels towards them. And it's interesting because by the end of the anime I was like, these two gotta get together, these two gotta get together, and at the end, just spoiling, I believe they did get together. So yeah, just putting it out there. I seem to be a really huge softie, I guess. I don't know. That's who I am, but I don't give a shit. That's who I am, and I just like, you know, I'm not a fucking robot. Like, you know, I'm man. I like myself some gore, I like myself everything, but basically at the end of the day, a little bit of romance in anime is nothing to complain about. As long as the characters are great. If the characters are sucky, screw everything, really. Screw everything. But, yeah, that anime is something else. Like I said, characters to remember, and really, you know, like seeing them grow, something else. So watch Planet Survive, Uninhibited Planet Survive. You will love it. Another one is Elfen Lied. I believe I'm calling it right. I seem to always get it pronounced a little bit, yeah, a little bit off. But the main protagonist, Lucy, in that one. Let me just put it this way, Lucy is a natural beast, man. Lucy is gorgeous when she's serious. Let's just put it this way, like it was like a real psychological horror. Lots of gore, lots of yeah. But definitely the total opposite of the anime I just talked about. But I like the general setting it was in. While the story, I can't seem to remember it all that well. Like, I can seem to remember the character, but it's been so long. It's been like 6 years when I last watched it, and I loved it. Like, I don't like episodes that were too short, like 11 episodes or something, but that seemed to strike like one of the few, if not the only one, that is really short, and I seem to watch it, which is something I don't tend to do. But yeah, like I said, this one was definitely no mercy. And there was one particular point, I'm gonna put it up here. There was a sister of this, I don't know if I could call it a main hero. He basically was a character that was in every episode, a very important key character at some point. But his sister was on the train, and there was Lucy around him. Like, Lucy was his friend in his younger age, and basically his sister was. You know, his sister was really nagging, is that a word? Like, nagging his brother, like being annoying towards his brother, and Lucy saw that, and I believe that he slapped her at some point, if I can seem to remember right, and she ran. Oh man, what I can't seem to remember what really happened there, because the scene that happened was insanely gory, and then Lucy standing there, and she looked at her, and all she did was look at her back, and boom, half of his sister's body was torn. That's right, and parents of his also. Lucy's psychic powers basically turned, like, his whole family got ripped into pieces, into like 2 parts. That is insane. That is insane. And it's even more insane that the guy, like, really slammed her down, and he couldn't, like, enter there. He just couldn't, because clearly he had feelings towards this girl, you know. And it was just absolute psychic moment. Like, what the hell? Like, that is insane, Japan. That is insane. But it's the parts like this that really shock you. But it's just something that you will not see anywhere else, and you know, I don't see cartoons giving me this, like, seriously. Yeah, it's something else. That anime is something else, and that part was definitely something else, especially the part with the dog. Not gonna talk about that because I love myself animals, and the things they did to that dog. Not saying they deserve it, because they don't, but my god, man, that anime is something else, really gory. But those two are my favorite anime of all time, definitely, and it's really gonna be hard to beat. You know, Naruto and all these animes are great, really mainstream, it does not matter, that I don't care, but they seem to have the same formula, while these two seem to have its own flavor, and I love that artistic flavor. I feel like I seem to be like that, you know, when there's too much of the same, I tend to go the other way. I tend to look at the other way. While I'll still watch the same and appreciate it, but they will never strike my top. My top tend to be very unique, while Elfen Lied, I believe, is very well known. While I believe Uninhibited Planet Survive, not so much. So that's why I really recommend this over anything else. Definitely watch it. I watched Inuyasha. Inuyasha, let's just put it this way, I believe it was, I watched it to the very end, 170, but then I realized in 2009 they made the final episodes for all their fans, which was incredible. Couldn't believe it, and I was like, I gotta watch it from the very start to kind of get involved, to kind of understand what the hell was going on. And I seemed to get stuck at 120, I believe it was when Kikyo died. All I know is that I kind of get stuck there, and I kind of stopped watching what I was really in the mood to watch, but I never really gone back for some reason. I watch all the movies, I love them soundtrack. Inuyasha's brother was gorgeous, just saying. I'm straight, but my god, even a straight man would say Inuyasha's brother was gorgeous. So yeah, but Kikyo was gorgeous too. I don't know why Kagome didn't really hit me. Kikyo is, she's got this really strong and really serious pressure towards her, you know, because Inuyasha is all about that action, all about that romance, and you know, you gotta appreciate them both. So basically I enjoyed everything Inuyasha anime has to offer, and that goes for basically both of those, action and romance, you know. But it had characters, and the characters, the setting is the most important thing for me. I don't give a shit about the graphics, while I do need to say that the art in that one is beautiful for its age. Like Inuyasha's, that anime looks like the environments and all the things, like for an anime that's got so many episodes, like how much did they waste? Like they wasted, like this was a good waste, let me put it that way, but it looked gorgeous for its time, my god, it really did. But Inuyasha, I enjoyed that one a lot. I watched so many of them, man. I watch Hime no Ippo, I watch Kiba, I watch Kakushi, Juju Kakushi, yeah, blah, blah. You guys know which one I'm talking about. I watch all of them episodes. JoJo I'm watching right now, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I love for what it is, you know. It's got its own style, its own takes. The openings are kick-ass, and the villain is freaking kick-ass also. That it's got its own, like, when Japanese say, "Oh my god," it's fucking awesome. When Japanese say anything in English, it's great. It is great. It is comedy gold, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, that's a little bit about my favorite takes. Next time we're gonna talk about the worst. Basically, I'm sorry for taking this long. I seem to have a hard time like getting through this. I should go through this really fast, but I don't know. I feel like, you know what, this is gonna be video for today, guys. Leave me your favorite anime in the description. Not really in the description, but in the comment section. You definitely cannot leave it in the description, but the comment section is a thing of existence, and you can fuel those comments with passion. That's right. But basically, leave me your favorite. I watch Fairy Tail. I watch Art and Sword Dance Online. I'm gonna talk about those in some other video. Again, you know, anime, there's just too much. You cannot make this into one video and put everything together. No, there's just too many animes you want to talk about, and today I gave it a moment to talk about two, as well as Death Note. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's been 25 minutes, and I feel it's about time we end this. So thank you very much for watching, guys. You know, it's been a pleasure here talking to you guys, and I hope you guys you know, have a great day tomorrow and for the next week. And if you're taking school, good luck in school. If you're taking job, good luck in job. I hope you have a good boss. I seem to have hard times with that one. Like, why are their bosses so much more respectful? But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, yes, that's it for me today. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching again, and until next time, take care.